Welcome to this Nifty Scrapbooker. Today I'm going to show you how to take 4 different dies. Here we have our crayon art, our bubble art, our chevrons, and our beach waves. I believe that's what that one's called. Yep, beach waves. And we're going to make a Halloween layout. So how do you take a die that's designed to do this with a die that's designed to do this with a die that's designed to do this? And I didn't have a beach waves layout to show you because I think I used it in one of my albums. But we're going to take all 4 of these dies and we're going to make a great Halloween layout. It's October, people. Finally October. Okay, so the first one I cut out was this in navy. So if you look at our crayon art, you'll see this scallop border here. That's what I used to create this, and I did it in navy. Then what I did is I came in with 2 other scallops that I got from our bubbles set. And in our bubbles set, you'll see here that there's the bubbles. It's the outline, it's the shadow dies, the 2 shadow dies of our bubble art set. Then I made these here, and this is from our chevrons. You can see that. Those are chevrons for sure, but those are using the middle cuts of this one and this one. I got 2 smaller ones and a large one. They're like, how is this going to make a layout? And then what I did with our beach waves, if you look at this one right here that shows you the ocean wave coming in really at a real angle, I took 2 of that. I took a strip of that, cut off 6 inches there and 4 inches there, and made those. So let's put this all together now. All right, and we'll see how we can get a nice spooky layout with a couple other things that I've added. Like I created a title with our letter dies, and I created a couple clip arts on my Cricut Joy. So here we have our background paper. It's an ombre paper. It goes from dark blue all the way up to almost a white. And we're going to start off with our light bubble light from the this is from the bubble art die set from Outlaws Dies. And remember, if you want to get any of these dies that I use when I scrapbook these, all you have to do is go to outlawsdies.com and you can purchase right there and have it shipped to you. Then we're going to take our regular blue. We're going to put some I like this stuff to stick, so I put a good bit of adhesive on them. I don't want that going anywhere. All right, there we go. We got it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little yellow one that we have here, and we're going to put some liquid adhesive on this one, but I'm only going to liquid adhesive about halfway down because we're going to do something with that. We'll just, whoops, need to stay on the strip or I'm going to get it on my paper. Yep, got a little glue on my paper. We're gonna fasten this down here. Take it right up to there. Bring it down across like that, and then we'll have this flap here. We'll show you what we're going to do with that. Make sure that's down all the way where I glued it. Then these little guys are going to go in here as well. I'll move this aside so we can use our glue gun here. And I'm going to glue those all the way down. I'm going to bring one streak here. If you haven't figured out what we're doing, we're making lightning. If you haven't guessed that already from our clouds. Our dark clouds. And the reason why we're doing this now, instead of after I get that third cloud on here, is we're going to cover up the top of this. So it looks like it's shooting out from underneath the clouds. Alrighty. And we're going to come over here like this and glue that one down. Alrighty. Now we're going to take our third bubble die, which this one, remember, came from our crayon art set. And it's perfect just for around the top. Put this right at the top of this paper. Sorry, I have to pull it towards me. I don't want to get my head in the camera. So there we go. There we got our lightning shooting from the clouds. That's kind of scary. We have a die I made. This is Fright Night. I used the letter dice from our letter series. What we did is we partnered all our letter dies with other dies that go along with some of the words. And so what you do is you get a few letters, and when you get all 5 sets, you actually have the whole alphabet. So if you're interested in getting a whole set of this font, go on outlawsdies.com and you can figure out which die sets create that complete alphabet. And then you can make anything you want. Okay, next thing we need is pictures. So what I did is I got 2 pictures here. They're 4x6, a little smaller than a 4x6. And we're going to mat those on this navy on this baby blue. Well, if I don't get it down wrong first, my goodness, this tape connects really quickly. I'll have to. Alrighty, let's do the other side of that one. That one looks a little too damaged. That's what you can do. Now, no one ever knew, because this is going to be glued down on here. What we're going to do with this one is we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to put some of this tape on here. Let's center this on this piece of paper. And then we're going to take our other bubble art that we got from Beach Waves, and I'm just going to put just a little strip, just the very edge of this. That will enable me to shove a picture underneath this print here, this board here. We're going to put our goo on this one too. Nothing like having a little bit of Halloween goo for our layout. And you know what? I taped that wrong. So what you can do with this is you can just kind of rub with your finger and it comes off. If you taped it wrong, this is before you have it adhered, of course. And you just rub with your finger. It will not tear your paper if you do it carefully. But you can get glue off. You're like, oh, I glued that wrong. Oh, no. Well, if you don't have it attached yet, you can always take it off. That's what I like about this adhesive. Okay, so let's put that aside. And let's take a nice fine thing of tape right down the top of this one. Now, the reason we did not go to the top all the way to the bottom of this one is we're going to tuck this lightning bolt underneath here like that. Okay, and so you'll be able to link that. You'll be able to put your picture underneath the glue and then have this one lightning strike on it. And we're going to do this one, I think, like this. We'll just bring these down here kind of centered and along the bottom. So let's go ahead and put our picture frames that we've made with our goo on them down on our paper. Okay, we need to pull that up. There we go. And we'll put this goo down here about the same height. We'll move it over a little bit. Maybe we'll do this. Leave a little space in there. Do about the same. There we go. Move it up just a tad. There we go. All right. Now I thought, I love this page, but it's not frightful enough. Let's make something funny and frightful. So what I did is I went to Cricut. I found these 3 ghosts. I cut them out on my Cricut Joy. And then what I did is I got my circle cutters out and cut out black circles and glued them on the back of these. That way the cutout of the eyes and nose, or the eyes and mouth of these do not get lost. And so we're going to put a little bit of tape on the back of these. We're going to add these to our layout. We'll bring him right up here up to the storm. And we're going to bring his medium-sized friend up along there with him. And then we're going to take our little friend, our little ghost, and we're going to put him right up here underneath the title. There we go. There's our Fright Night page. A great Halloween layout using 4 die sets that you wouldn't think would go together, but didn't they make a wonderful layout for Halloween? I can't wait to put my kids' pictures in this. So I guess we'll see you next time on The Nifty Scrapbooker. Bye.